to being tormented by Carolyn Peckham and Suzanne Valenti, they're like, they really are twisted sisters, you know?
Oh yeah.
So if you've read their books, like they really will mess you up like emotionally. So
The Bridge Kingdom. I
Mhm.
literally went to the hospital with it because of it. I
Really?
was so excited in one part. Welcome to In Between Realms, the podcast where fantasy and reality blur together. Hey everybody, I'm Elizabeth, your host. Hi everybody, and welcome back to In Between Realms. It has been a week, and just this past weekend we had our first Bookish Realms event. I'm super excited how wonderful it turned out. There were definitely a few hiccups in the beginning and a couple of moments where things didn't go as expected, and but all putting it together in an event and learning the way it happened, I was so happy that whatever happened happened, and I got to learn so many things because of it. Seeing everyone come together, meeting the vendors, watching people explore the different booths, and seeing everybody enjoy the bookish atmosphere made all the work leading up to it worth it. There are definitely things I learned from this first event and things I really know I want to improve for the next one. But overall, I'm very happy with how everything turned out. Bookish Realms was created to bring readers, authors, small businesses, and book lovers together, and being able to finally see that happen in person was really, really special. This was only the beginning. I'm excited to see how Bookish Realms continue to grow from here. Because of this experience, I decided to move Incan Realms to a new location. The new venue will be announced soon on Incan Realms social media pages, and also our social media for Incan Realms on Instagram has changed. I'm still using the old account, but have opened a new one due to some Instagram issues. So make sure you follow both so you don't miss anything. One of the biggest things I learned from Bookish Run was just how important the right amount of space is. The venue worked for that event barely. It was a very there was a lot of vendors, and I did not know how much space. It looks so big when I went and checked it out. And whenever I got the vendors in there, it kind of felt small. So I realized it was not gonna work for Ink and Realms. My vision, my everything that I want for it, it was not gonna happen in that venue. So I made that decision to look for a new one, and I'm so grateful I was able to find one, a bigger one, and I could literally see the vision in my mind how I wanted. Obviously, things don't happen as planned, so I'm gonna do my best to do the best that I can to make this event happen the best possible way that I want in my vision to have fun, to have that community, to have those Q&A sessions, those competitions, everything that I have planned for that day. It's it's gonna be amazing and you don't want to miss it. So it is for this first event, it's gonna be free. So don't miss out because you'll be part of the first chapter of Income Rounds. It's gonna be such a fun experience to have. Now that we have found a new place, I'm even more excited to see Income Realms come to life. There's still a lot of, planning ahead, but I truly cannot wait to see this event come together and finally experience the vision I've been working towards. Now let's talk about my book. I'm actually in the process of moving my book manuscript from Redsea to Google Drive, just to cut some costs of it. And well, that was the plan at least. But I have ADHD, so I once I started like moving, I decided I wanna finish, a chapter, and I ended up writing in I had to pause the whole moving process, but I will continue eventually to move the book, the manuscript to my Google Drive. And at this point, I'm not sure where I want to go. With this book, I had an idea and I love the ending because I still have the ending. And I think I want to still keep my ending, but I think I'm going to change a lot because, well, I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna see how it goes first because I haven't even finished my first manuscript. I'm halfway. So we'll see how that goes. And I'll definitely hopefully I'll be done by the end of this year, and I'm definitely gonna get, like an editor to edit it because I'm not a good edit, I don't know how to edit really well. Know how to tell the story, but I do not know what the editing and all that process is. It's just not my lane. So I'm definitely gonna get an editor that is well recommended. I still have to search for one, but once I find one and once my manuscript is finished and ready to be edited, there will be that will be my next step for it. For those that don't know, I actually created an arc for not just for people who are interested in reading my book whenever it's ready for it, but for other authors who are looking for arc readers. If you're interested, there is a link in the description on the show notes where you can check it out and look and sign up to become an ARC reader. Be the first ones to see the story and be able to, give a review for the book that you read and it's well appreciated. And in turn, you will get that, copy. I'm actually starting to plan the new Bookish Realms event, so keep an eye out on that on social media to check out the new date. I will reveal it this week. It's gonna be a different location. It's gonna be more open, and I'm very excited about it too. It's gonna be Christmas edition, and I'm super excited. I love Christmas. Like Christmas is in the air. Can you smell it? At the end of August, and we can smell Christmas already. Even though Halloween hasn't passed or Thanksgiving, I still smell it and I love it. So once I have that down and everything, I will definitely let you know when is the official day for Bookish Realms. And with that, we'll go into today's interview, and it's a fun one, so hopefully you enjoy it. Today's guest is Tiffany and Katrina, the creators behind Tipples and Tomes LLC, a fantasy themed trailer that feels like it rolled straight out of a magical kingdom. From dragons and immersive decor to an entire menu inspired by fantasy books, they're created an experience that's just as magical as the stories we love. Whether you're craving a fantasy inspired drink or a sweet treat, there's something waiting for every traveler who stops by. Today, we're talking about where the idea came from, the books that shape her imagination, and what is really like turning fantasy into something people can experience in real life. Welcome, Katrina and Tiffany. How are you both today?
I'm fantastic.
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Awesome. So before we dived in this conversation about your business and Tipples and Tomes,
Mhm.
tell us a little bit about it. What inspired you both to create a fantasy themed trailer, and what can visitors expect when they step by?
So I, we're sisters, and we've both been book lovers our whole life. We are inspired by romantasy, but our drink concept, our beverage concept, actually started with my niece and my daughter, they were offered to travel abroad. They had an opportunity, and we said, we can make that happen, but I need you to help me raise these funds. And so that was their idea, is that they wanted to create their own little drink business. And we had so much fun raising that money that we just built on it, and we said, how can we make this more us? Because we started out and we were actually called Sassy Sips. And we're like, that's not us at all. And so after we completed their mission and we got to send them to travel abroad, we built on it. And we actually spent weeks trying to come up with a name. Tipples and Tombs. Tipples is an old style word for drinks, and Tomes is the old style word for books. And so we knew that would be something unique. And if people actually understood what that word meant, we knew that they were from our world, if you will.
Yep.
That's wonderful. So your menu is completely fantasy book theme, which I absolutely love. Actually, when I saw that you were interested in Ink and Round, so for everybody that doesn't know, Tipples and Toll will be in September 19 at Ink and Realms. So excited about that. I was so excited to see that it was literally a fantasy themed trailer, and I was super excited. I was like so giddy about it. This is the perfect. I didn't even think twice about it. So I was like, oh yes,
I
she's
love
she's in. So what inspired you both? You mentioned it inspired you because of the books, and you did that. But is there like a particular book that kind of like guide you to it, or is it something like you just is this a general idea or what?
No, so there are actually three of us. We're all sisters. Our other sister kind of is an acting manager, and then Katrina and I are true owners. And we all come from, so Amber, the acting manager, she actually is more of a dark romance reader. I am more romantasy, and Katrina she kind of dabbles in both. So we all of our, I don't know if you noticed on the menu, they all come from different books. So it depends on who's creating the recipe and whose idea originated from, and then we kind of build on that, or we kind of think like i could see I could see Dane drinking this drink, or I could see um I don't know, maybe Amarin having this dessert. It depends on who we feel that would be connected to and the character. So there's more than one book. They're mainly character driven.
Like each of you create a drink, this recipe and everything. Oh, that
Yes,
is so
ma'am.
cool. From the books itself. So it's inspired by each of the books.
Mhm. So we would think of a drink that we wanted
Mm-hmm.
to create, and then it would also be driven by a character. So we would say, maybe we're creating a root beer drink, a root beer dirty soda, and we would say, well, what kind of flavors would coexist with an ACOTAR theme, or what kind of flavors would coexist with Quicksilver. So it kind of depends on our latest read, almost like what has us absolutely consumed right now, and then we build from there. So sometimes, like right now, over the last couple of months, we've been on the same menu over and over, but sometimes we do trade out those drinks, and we'll, to be like, oh my god, I just finished this, like I just finished Feather um Feather So Vicious and Shadow So Cruel, and I'm like, oh man, I have to come up with something that is based around those books, because and then swap it out with something else on our menu, or just add two, because they absolutely consumed me. I ate those books up.
That is so cool. What made you either one fall in love with fantasy? What was the first book that you said, "Oh, this is my world and this is where I belong"?
Katrina, you want to go first on that one?
I'm gonna say probably Harry Potter
I hear.
series. It's probably was my first series that really consumed me. Um, and then, man, there's so many. And you know what? Honestly, Alice in Wonderland, like I was a real quirky, like as a kid, like I read a lot of like weird fantasy, like classics. So I really love, I still have one of the original versions of Alice in Wonderland on my bookshelf because I'm just like, you know, and I have a lot of tattoos based around like that too. So, and Peter Pan, that was also another favorite of mine. So, I mean, we don't have any drinks that are like centered around them or whatever. It's just like more general fantasy, like more, I don't know, I would say like more modern books that,
Uh-huh.
are more like what do you say, like TikTok books. But
Yeah, I
the
definitely delved into the fantasy realm when I was very young. I was also a Harry Potter kid. I actually, it was trending when I was younger, and I could not get my hands on them. Either they were always sold out or the library had them rented out. And so I actually started on book 3. I started on Prisoner of Azkaban just so I could get my hands on them. And then I went back and reread all of them from the beginning. And then, from there it just built. I actually, later in my later high school years, I didn't do a whole lot of reading. And then when I did start reading again, I started with a God series that was more of a smut God series. And I can't even for the life of me think of what it's called right now. But it revolved around Pandora's box, and every book was a different character from Pandora's box. And from there, I just never stopped reading. I just kept going, and my TBR is never ending.
Yeah, I don't know for like I think that was that your first introduction to like the smut world kind of like more romantasy
Yeah,
was
yeah,
the
it was
God series.
after
For
high
me,
school.
for
Yeah.
me, I didn't I got later into it because I was like really into fantasy and a lot of thrillers like but more fantasy always academia stuff. I did like a lot of YA stuff. And then the first series that I got into that was more romantasy was the Zodiac Academy books. And then
Mm.
ever since then, I've been gassed about it. Like that's all I'll read now. So yeah,
Yeah.
we I've been trying to convince her to do Zodiac Academy for so long because it's like it's a beast. I don't know if you've read them, Elizabeth, but like there's a lot of them. But
Yeah,
I actually haven't read that one. I did read the Never Keep one.
oh yeah, yeah, it's
The
good. And Echo for it and all that. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it took me a while to get through all of them, and she's been a good year trying to convince me to read them. I just seen the deep hole that it would be to get through all of them, and so when I finally did read them, no, I made it through. I think I took a break and read another series in the middle just because there are so many, and it kind of bounces back and forth, and that's hard for me to keep up with sometimes. But it was definitely worth a read.
So of all the books that I read, which one is your favorite? The one that
Um,
you just got. As you notice, I have ACOTAR, so that's like mine, my favorite.
I'm pretty sure that's Tiffany, one of Tiffany's. But for me, it's like all the Solaria universe. Like I said, I really got into they call them the Twisted Sisters, right? Carolyn Peckham and Susan Valenti. Like I love like almost like all of their books. They're incredible authors. But I would think the other one, honestly, was Fourth Wing. It kind of got Fourth Wing. It got me out of my slump from all of like Zodiac Academy and stuff like that. I was having a hard time like getting into a book that I just really, really loved. And then Fourth Wing and Quicksilver, I think, pulled me out of that. So they're like really they're always in the back of my mind. They're like books that live like rent free all the time in my
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah. So when we're talking, like when I think of like my favorite books, I kind of split it up by like the emotions that it pulls out of me. And so like when I'm talking about just the books that is pure emotional turmoil and like something that's the kind of book that I need to be reading, Throne of Glass through and through every time. I
Mm.
love the entire series. Kingdom of Ash definitely destroyed me. But then if we're just talking about like a good happy ending, like takes you through all the ups and downs, but isn't going to make you cry when you close the book. That, Feather So Vicious and Shadow So Cruel really did that. They were a great duology, and I recommend it through and through for both series.
I haven't heard about that stories, that book, so I'm gonna have to check it out.
Oh yeah, I
Just
think it's Liv Xander. I've
okay.
started reading some of her other books. She's right now on like the book talk social media world. Her Crown Me Dead is supposed to be phenomenal. I haven't started it yet, but I do have it on my next to be read.
Are y'all like a physical book girlies or you're an audiobook girly?
I am all over the place. It depends
Same.
on the book. Sometimes I really need that physical book, like all the Sarah J. Maas. That's why I have all the physical books. But then some of them I'm a Kindle or Audible girl, so it depends.
And I'm also kind of really weird where I immersive read a lot. So I'll whether I have like the physical, like my husband thinks I'm a detriment to his wallet because I need the Kindle version, I need the physical version, I need the Audible version because at all points in times, especially if I'm like really into a book, like I listen to it in as soon as I'm in the car. When I get home, I have the physical version. If I'm in bed, I have the Kindle version. Like, I am kind of a freak.
What do you think about the right now they're coming out? There's a lot of books coming out this fall. We're talking about ACOTAR 6, Fourth
Oh,
Wing, um the Star Side, the second book. Have you ever read the Star Side book?
haven't.
Uh
I
To.
yeah.
haven't.
You
Yes.
haven't? It's really
No.
good. It's really good.
And Spark of the Everflame, the next one is coming out as well. And I already pre-ordered Avatar 6. No hands down, done. And I am about to pre-order the next Rebecca Yarros book. So I'm very excited. But from now, here's what got me is that Sarah J. Maas announced to us in January that she was going to be releasing two more books. And I was like
Mhm.
so excited. And I'm like, wait, that means I have almost an entire year to wait. And then I still have to wait another 3 months between 6 and 7. So me and I need immediate satisfaction. I'm like, that was dirty. She did it so wrong. She did us so. I'm more like, just give it to me and surprise me, and I'll be so excited to have it. But also, I'm like, I'm anticipating this. I am very excited about all the new books that are coming out. I think starting in September, we have a lot coming out all the way through like February.
Oh yeah. Have you ever read Ghost and Monster by
I'm reading that right now. I'm on the
I like
third
that one.
book, and I've been telling Tiffany she needs to read it. I actually sent her the link or whatever to it. Um, and because we were sitting at the table actually talking about on Goodreads how you can get it to we were like our TBR's getting insane, and I guess you can get it to generate like random generate
Mhm.
like okay, this will be your next book series so that you can actually start tackling some of your TBR. But yeah, I'm actually reading them now and they're so good. I'm obsessed. I love them.
Diana Samkaya.
Yes,
Yeah.
so good. They're so good. I'm because and book three, it's like heating up, like I love a good like morally gray FMC. So I'm just like, this is awesome because it's always like the guy. I love it. Yeah.
It is one of my favorite series.
Yeah,
I'm
it's so
waiting.
good.
I can't wait for the next one to come out. I really thought it was in October and I was so excited, but it ended up being in November. So I was like, man, one more month.
Yeah.
But but I love that story. You're gonna there's a twist on book 4, so I'm not gonna talk about it, but we need to chat about it afterwards because that
Okay.
that story, oh my God, it got my heart and I love it through and through. I have all my books right there, but those are my trophy books. I listen to the audiobook version. Have you listened to the audiobook version?
Yeah, I'm listening to it. Like I said, I am kind of a little bit of a freak when it comes to reading. So I usually have the physical copy, the Kindle version, the Audible version. So I actually was coming back for I was doing a Restaurant Depot run for the business or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and on the way back I was listening to it and I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta go into this meeting. And I was at a really good part. But yeah, it's it's getting really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tiffany, if you haven't read it, you should because we need to talk about this series. Nobody, my sister read it. She only read like the first book. She hasn't finished it. My niece only read the first book. She hasn't finished it. So I have nobody talk about the book at all.
Oh
So I'm
no,
like,
they are
so
Is it
really
newer?
sad.
so good.
I hadn't heard about that series until Katrina had mentioned it to me. So I was like, Maybe it's a newer one.
No,
It's been
it's gonna be on my God tier list. I know it is because
yeah.
it's so good. Yeah.
It's been there for a while. Recently, I think, wasn't it last year? It was the number 4 book, and then
Oh
this
wow.
year it's gonna be number, is it 5? Yeah, I think there's about 7 books planned for this series, but oh my God, when you go to the number 4, oh, there's too much to talk about that
I'm
because the
telling you,
twist. Oh,
it's a really good series, honestly.
oh yeah.
I'm pretty excited. So yeah, I'll hit you up because I love talking about a good book series. Like
Oh
I get the
yeah.
feeling from your reaction that there's some pretty good plot twists come book 4, and that you really dive in, which is almost like, I think that's why I enjoy Sarah J. Maas books, because she's a very slow burn. Like, she takes a long time to build up, but she's known for those last 100 pages, and I love that. I'm like, I'm willing to put in the work to get there, to get to those really good plot twists. I am. I like it.
There, those books are so good. I literally laugh. I don't know. Did you, Katrina, laugh at them like the first book when
yes, they're hilarious. They have great banter, and I love good banter because like I like to like bounce off of people, and I'm super sarcastic. So I love and Dinah's sarcastic as
Oh my God,
like
yes.
all get out. Like I love her. I was like, she's after my own heart. Like, oh. So
Oh
yeah,
yes.
it is a great series. I really like it. So
Yeah, I really love it too. So Tiffany, read it so we can all talk about it. Come back and talk
We'll have
about the
to.
whole series because I really want to get into it before the main one that comes out. So having to talk about it, have it like a whole talk between book 1 and book 4 before
oh, I'll be done by then. So girl, yes, I read. So yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
we go through a whole 5 to 6 book series in a couple of weeks. Once we
Yeah.
get into it, it's gone. Like,
Oh yes, that's the same thing with me. When I used to work at my job, so I used to listen to the audiobooks. They let us listen to books, and I went through ACOTAR series, all of them within 2 weeks.
Mhm.
oh, I
The
love
ACOTAR
that.
series.
That's what I think it took me when I started with ACOTAR, and then I did Throne of Glass, and then Crescent City. So I think I read book 1. It took me like a week, and then by the time I got to Mist and Fury, from Mist and Fury to the end of Silver Flames, I think it was like a week maybe for all of those books. And then
She read them respectfully. She read them so freaking fast, and then she was like so annoyed with me because I was struggling. I don't know why. Like honestly, they it's a really good series, but I was just
Mhm.
struggling to get through it. I enjoyed. I'll be. This is probably not the common thing, but I enjoyed Throne of Glass more than
Mhm.
I got through all of those books quick.
yeah.
But I was struggling. Like I started getting to the last one and everybody says that's like one of the best ones, right?
Mhm.
I think it's Mist and Fury, I believe is
Yeah.
the most one.
That's
Yeah.
seems to be everybody's favorite.
Yeah, and people
Yeah.
love it, but I don't know, I was just struggling. But then whenever I got into it, I think I was just struggling to like connect with her character.
Mhm.
I think that's what it was. But then when I started reading Throne of Glass and then moving into Crescent City and then there was the connection with Crescent City, then I was like, you know what? Like Nessa's cool. Like I couldn't connect with her in the same like correctly. But now like I like get it. But so it's really cool.
Yeah, I when I actually started reading Agathar, the first series when I started listening to, actually my sister introduced me to that. That was the first book I ever listened to, read or anything like at all.
Oh wow.
And that was back in
Whoa.
2024. So I never touched a book before. I was always listening, help.
Really?
Yep,
Wow.
never. And now it's like my world is fantasy. Everything is fantasy.
I've met a lot of people that started with that. That Sarah J. Maas just took them into
Hmm.
a whole new world, and they cannot stop.
No. Well, at the beginning, I really thought it was boring. I really couldn't. I was like, I texted my sister and said, I don't know. This is boring. Like, I don't know if I want to keep reading it. Like,
See,
this
that's
is
what I
boring.
did. At least I am not alone in that because I felt
Yeah.
like
No.
the worst because there's so many people on Book Talk. They're like, if you don't like ACOTAR, there's something wrong with you. But it was like it was slow for me to get into. But
Hmm.
I think it's because I was used to being tormented by Carolyn Peckham and Suzanne Valenti. They're like, they really are twisted sisters.
Oh yeah.
So if you've read their books, like they really will mess you up like emotionally.
Oh
So
yes.
I was so used to like all that chaos in their stuff, and then to move to ACOTAR, and it was like more of a like I think I had to just get used to the author, like Sarah J.
Yeah.
Maas is
Hmm.
like she's different.
Slow
She has
world
a
build, her slow
yeah,
character
she has a
building,
way
her
different
yeah.
voice.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
because if you like her, like then I read I don't know if you've read it, but I want to what's the first one? I know the second one is Ballads of Dragons, but it's Sarah Parker, I believe.
Oh,
Yeah,
Sarah
Sarah.
Pecker.
And
Yeah.
Yeah, the second one just came out.
yeah, and that book, like she's a slow world builder, but it's amazing. If you haven't read that book, it's so good. It's a
Which one
big
is
book,
it?
but it's so
Is
good.
it the first one when the moon hatched and then
Yeah,
Ballad
When
of
the Moon
Dragons number
Hatched,
two?
and then
Oh,
Ballad of Dragons is the second one, which I already
Yeah.
read, but yeah, they're really good.
I haven't. I've heard a lot of good things about it, but I haven't had the opportunity to listen to it or read it. I did get the book, but I haven't touched it.
Yeah,
It's
if
just there
you
right
if
now.
you really love fantasy and you love world building, like that's a really, really good book to
Yeah.
get into like
That,
world building. She does a great job. So, but
I'm gonna
yeah.
have to put that there next.
Yeah, definitely pull it up because a lot of people, and I agree with them, they're like, when the moon hatch was kind of been meh, meh. So they kind of waited when Ballads of Dragons came out, expecting, but Ballads of Dragons was a complete 360, and it was great. It was wonderful. It kind of made when the moon hatched make a whole lot more sense.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't read that one. I did hear a lot. That's why I got the book, but it's still there in my TBR soon.
Yeah.
So,
I
do you
have a
have
that
never-ending
that
TBR.
pesky TBR, it'll get you every time.
always, always. Have you
Have
had
you read Quicksilver?
oh yes. Yes,
Oh,
I read the
love
both of them. Have
Yeah.
you read the both of them?
yeah.
Yeah, I like both of them. Have you read The Kingdom's Lies? Anybody like that with Stacia
Mm,
Stark? You
I
don't know
don't
no.
it?
think I read that. Mm-mm.
I think I recommend that because that's actually one of my favorite fairy series besides ACOTAR and all of them. It's 4 book series is finished and it's really good. Well, at least I loved it. I listened to it about more than 20 times.
Yeah.
So that's
Wow.
yeah, it was a 9-hour book in audiobook, so it just went really fast, but it was so good. So I recommend that. Have you seen the what is it called? The Bridge Kingdom. Have you read the Bridge Kingdom before?
I haven't read
No.
it. I do have it on my things.
Mm.
I will see like different books and stuff, and I'll take pictures of it at the store, or I'll screenshot it because I've seen it on the internet. And then my son likes to go through photos on my phone with me, and he's like, "Mom, why do you have all these photos?" And I'm like, "I'm gonna read those books." And he's like, "I think you should read this one next." It was actually the Bridge series.
Well, I gotta tell you, with the Bridge Kingdom, I
Mhm.
literally went to the hospital with it because of it. I
Really?
was
Uh-uh.
so excited in one part of the book. I can't even remember which book, but I was in one of them, and I was jumping of so excitement that I literally twist my calf muscle.
Oh
I did, and I had to go to the hospital. I had to get X-rays, and I was alone in my house. Nobody was there, and I couldn't
no.
even walk. I felt like I was gonna faint. I was gonna die, and I was there. I had to wait for my mom to get here, my kids, and I was like, I don't know. I was like, I literally doubled, and I felt like everything was black. But yeah, that
Oh.
was a good book. It
That
was a good.
sucks. I know that type of pain. I did it walking off the curb at Katrina's house. I went over there to
Oh
pick something
wow.
up and I stepped off the curb and jacked my ankle all up. I know that pain. Everything goes black. You're like, just make it stop. That
Oh
is
yeah. I couldn't walk for like 5 days. I had to use the crutches on it, and it
Oh,
was really
ouch.
bad. It was bad, but it was one of the books that stayed with me because that one
Well,
always.
you definitely have a good story to go with
Oh
it.
yeah,
So,
that's worth sending the X-rays over to the author and being like, hey, just so you know.
I should. That's a good idea. Oh my God. Do y'all have any other books that besides what are y'all reading right now that y'all mentioned again? What was it?
I'm
I
reading
just
Gods and Monsters.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you mentioned that.
I just started reading. Oh God, I don't know what the actual series is called. The first book is A Court of Thorns and not. That's freaking Sarah J. Maas. Ah,
She's gonna go to her phone so she can remember what it is
Kindle
that she
knows.
just started because she just wrapped up that the Feathers of Vicious or whatever
Yeah, I did.
series.
So I just started a new series. So I am in Empire of Flames and Thorns. It's a 5 book series. So I was pretty excited about it. It's been so good. It's been really good so far.
Oh
I'm only
yeah.
like halfway through book 1 though. So, but the Feather So Vicious and Shadow So Cruel was so good, and I was like, I need more of this. But then, so I just didn't read for a couple of weeks, and I started a new one.
I haven't. I don't think I've heard of that book. I need to check them out because sometimes I forget like what are the titles, but maybe I have. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
like so the one that I'm reading it's like a trials and it kind of reminds me a little bit of Rebecca Yara's style of
mm,
writing. She does a lot of trials and very fantasy forward, different types of magic. And it's kind of like, I don't know, it's almost like Rebecca Yaros and Sarah J. Maas kind of merged together. But it's been very good.
oh,
It's been
Have
very good.
you read that? Have you read the Fourth Wing series, Elizabeth? I don't remember if you said you had.
yes,
Okay.
yes, I have.
So, did you really enjoy it?
I did. I
Okay.
did. I liked it.
So, Tiffany says she already had this on our TBR, but she didn't want to read it because she likes instant gratification and she can't wait for books. And this is still a series in the making, but it's like Dire Wolves or whatever. Um,
Firebound, yeah.
yeah, Direbound, and I have read the all the books so far that are out, and that is an incredible series. It has a lot of similar like writing styles to Fourth
Mm-hmm.
Wing, and a lot of people think they actually copied Fourth Wing, but it was
Not way
published
before.
before it.
Mhm.
So
Mm.
it's really really good. Like if you like the idea of like wolves and stuff, they're writing like wolves instead of dragons, right? But it's really cool. Like it's academia kind of and fantasy and
Mhm.
stuff. So it's
Oh,
really good.
okay.
But yeah.
Yeah. And
Which one was it? Is the one that you're reading, Tiffany? Or which
no,
one?
it's Direbound series. I was going to read it, and then I
Fairbound.
realized that the final book doesn't come out until the end of 2027, and I was like, no, I'm not waiting that long. So I'll wait. I'll wait and read them like the middle of next year, so then I don't have to wait that long. But
Hard. You have
it's
to revamp them in your brain. Like whenever you wait that long between books, and then you have to reread them like 50 times so you'll remember.
Yes. I actually have to listen to the whole series. For me, it's harder for me to read. Like, I literally haven't read a book. I just started reading a book because I've been interviewing indie authors. So I've read their books as indie authors, their books, but because they don't have the audiobook versions, I have to, read them so I can understand a little bit about the books. And I've been reading a couple of them. And I know one did make me cry, like on the fifth page, and I'm like, I really
Aw.
like it. But the audiobook versions, those are the ones that I have, like all the famous books. That's the ones that I've been listening to. And have you heard about the book, The Woven Kingdom?
the
Woven
woven.
Kingdom.
The
Mm-mm.
Woven Kingdom by Tahiri Tafi.
No,
I haven't.
Oh my God. You need to read it.
I'll
It's
have to.
real good. It has one last book coming out, but it's like let me see, 3 books, and it's one more. She did the one that says Shatter Me. Have you read Shatter Me
Okay,
before?
yes,
Oh, I
yeah.
haven't read Shatter Me, but I heard about that because it was real, real popular. A lot of people were reading it,
It
and
was.
Yeah.
I wanted to. I think they're turning that into a series or like a movies.
Really? I
Yeah,
don't
that's what
know.
I've heard that. Yeah, I was like, but I didn't know if it was fact because they
They're
do
turning
all
a
this
lot of
A
books into movies and
Yeah, and they
TV
do all
series.
this AI stuff. You know why? Because back in the 90s when they did all the Maze Runner, Divergent and stuff, they were like the biggest hits and people still watch
Yeah.
them over and over again. And so then they realized, okay, well that's where the like real, diehard readers are the ones who are going to show up for those movies. I like that they're turning, a lot of these really good books into like TV series and stuff, but you always suffer like you're like, okay, well, who are they gonna cast for it? Is it gonna
Yeah.
be who I envision? There's like always this around around
In
it,
my
but
head, the book is always better than the movies, anyways. But it is kind of cool to
100%.
see it. And like, I have the ADHD, so when I'm reading, I literally see like a movie playing in my head. So it's always interesting to see like how they actually end up interpreting it. Like, oh, well, that's not what I saw. That is not like he looked like in my head.
I
I
think
know.
they did a really good job with Hunger Games. Like, I don't know if y'all like ever read those
Yeah,
books,
they did.
but
That was pretty close to
they
like,
did really good job with that. So I'm really excited to see the new one because what is it? Sunrise on the Reaping. It comes
Mhm.
out in on my husband's birthday, no less, this year. So I was like, we got a ticket booked already.
Yeah, I haven't read that one on the book itself. I did see the movie and I really liked it. So, the fact that you said that it's kind of like, similar to each other,
Yeah.
and
it seems like a pretty good book then.
Yeah,
it
they
is.
did really good job. They did a good job.
Mhm.
And obviously when you read books, right, you always have way more insight into how people are thinking. You have way more
Mhm.
insight into like just the details overall. And I just feel like you can just when you play out with your imagination, right? And I think that's what I love so much about Tipples and Tombs because we are getting to be creative in another kind of
Mhm.
way, right? Like we get to express ourselves when we create these drinks and we come up with the names for them and we start reliving like these books that we read and we're like, oh my god, like this is so cool, like I could really, like how she said, we could really picture sitting at a table with one of these characters and have sharing that drink and having a good time. Like we have one and everybody loves it because a lot of people's big introduction into fantasy is Harry
Mhm.
Potter for a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
And me and Tiffany are no exception to that. And so we have one of our drinks. It's called Mangonada Cadavra. And so we always know we can always tell the Harry Potter nerds because they're like, "Oh my god, yes!"
Yeah.
But it's great. So honestly,
That's so cool. So if you were in a fictional world, say you get to travel to a fictional world with your trailer with your foods and your drinks and everything, where would you go,
for me, hands down, Solaria.
Solaria?
But that's like the world of like Zodiac Academy and Ruthless Boys and all the like. And I think I would want to be a vampire because I want to be really fast.
It's really
What
a
about
hard
you?
question.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it just from the nostalgia of it, and like even still to this day, I really feel like I would want to travel to the land of Hogwarts. Like I would, I love Harry Potter, and it'll ever hold a special place in my heart. And I always like, okay, I'm a heavy nerd, so don't judge me here. But like even in certain situations, I'm like that would never happen. That would never happen at 9 3/4. Okay, that's those muggles. That is. I would definitely have to go nostalgia and go with the world of Harry Potter.
Let me ask you both a question. Why do you think so many adults still find comfort in fantasy?
Well, because being an adult sucks. We have to we have to we have to pay bills. We have to listen to kids screaming at us all day to do this and do that and why can't I have this and why can't I have that? And it just gives us an escape like to
That's
to
yeah.
just enjoy like something else and you get to hear the voice of like these people and how they think and you know And plus, there's a lot of crazy people out there nowadays. Like stuff is
Mm.
just sometimes
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
really
being in the
strong.
world of Tipples and Tombs and like taking our business, we get to travel a lot. We get to meet a lot of people that love the fantasy realms, right? And they love it. And getting their perspective on it, it's always it falls in line with that they get to escape to somewhere that is outside of reality. They get to, oh, for a lot of people, even for me, they get to be someone else. They don't have to worry about their mundane everyday world. You know, some people do the same thing in and out every day. Some people have a little bit of chaos, like me with my ADHD brain and overloading myself all the time. And so diving into the world of fantasy takes me to somewhere that's more calm. And for other
Mm.
people, it takes them to somewhere that's more exciting.
Yeah,
So,
they don't have to be
yeah.
muggles. That's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
So, of all the places that you have been at, selling, going to offering your service with your trailer and your drinks and everything, which one has been the favorite place?
For me, it was Kolache Festival. I don't know about Tiffany.
Oh,
It,
yeah.
it
That
was
was
it
a
was
lot
a
of
lot
fun.
of work, but it was really fun.
It was a
But
lot of fun doing Kawachi Festival, but I really like when we get to do book events because people
um,
understand our menu.
the
They
Peach
see
Market,
it and
that was
they get
fun.
so excited seeing the way their face lights up. And even so, we like, we're so guilty of like handing people like more slow enough, obviously, handing people a drink and like being nosy and watching them until they take their first drink and being like, oh, did you see them? They got it. And the people like at bookish events, they'll take a drink and they'll be like, oh yeah, that was Nesta, or oh yeah, like they get it, like they. So I love it when we do bookish events. So I think our my favorite one so far was when we got to do. We have a local high school down here, Brazoswood ISD, that has a book club, and they let us come and serve with them. And everybody that showed up to that event was like super excited about our menu. So
Do you get a lot of requests of when you have to show up somewhere else?
So I wouldn't say that we get a lot because this is right now it's our side gig, right? It's
Hmm.
definitely my passion and where I like to spend all my time. It's my fun job. It's my not job. We have a 9 to 5, so we kind of stick to it on the weekends. So if we were a little bit more freed up, yes, we would have more of those requests. But because we have a 9 to 5 in finance every day, we spend more time doing community markets. We
Yeah.
did add mobile bartending to our plethora of things within Tipples and Tombs, and so far we've gotten good feedback with that, and we have had a lot of people say like, "Oh yes, please come take care of us with that" for the mobile bartending side of it. But as far as just our regular drinks, we do have a lot of people who be like, hey, can y'all please come and serve? We had a last minute cancellation or whatever. But in the market world, most of the time the vendors seek out the host of the market, right? So unless there's like a cancellation, people don't usually have to go and ask. We have had a few people who are like, hey, can you come regularly to do A, B, or C? But because of the way we schedule out, we haven't had that opportunity.
Have you considered doing it as a permanent thing?
That is our goal, to replace our 9 to 5 with Tipples and Tombs. We absolutely love doing it. And if we could do this every day and host at schools, I mean, that's really schools are where we're going to find our long term goals. We see a lot of teachers. We get a lot of teachers that absolutely love us because they understand the fantasy world. And then we've actually started creeping in because we had the opportunity with high school. We've started creeping in with the students as well. There's a lot of kids who loved that. I mean, that's
Hmm.
where I started reading was I think I was in like fourth or fifth grade when I started reading Harry Potter, and then in high school got really deep into the fantasy realm and different authors, and so there's a whole plethora of customers that we could reach in that area, and that is our goal: is that we serve a lot of schools and that we serve a lot of private events.
So, do you have any plan or any events coming up for
We do.
your?
Our fall is booked up every single weekend until mid-December.
Wow.
We are very, very busy. As far as like the bookish world, we have In Between Realms coming up in September. We have we already had it. We were invited to it's Smut Girl Night. It's actually in League City. We were invited to that and we were already booked, but that is coming up for anybody who is looking for bookish events, Smut Girl Night in League City. And then off the top of my Katrina, can you think of anything? I don't have my calendar up because I'm using my phone, but
No, because it generally
Mhm.
it's like more based off of the markets, right? Like who, if we see something like she told you, like it we really like doing the bookish events because they kind of understand our drinks more. And just because of the names of all of our drinks and they can tell like the style of our menu and stuff that they I think it intrigues them more. They're like, "Oh, I want to
Mhm.
try that," just because of the name. So we do enjoy doing those events more, but it's like, whatever, is available in the market because we, obviously the goal is to stay booked and stuff like that. Um, Hopefully one day we'll just have a permanent spot for our trailer soon, and we'll be able to just during the week do that and then we can just maintain, these book events and stuff like that. And in the future, maybe even have a little boozy bookstore one day,
Mhm.
So well, fingers crossed.
Oh, that is wonderful. That's an awesome plan, and hopefully, yeah, get to do that in the future.
Mhm.
Um, if you get to invite three fantasy authors to dinner, living or deceased, of the fantasy world, who
Mhm.
or a character, who would you invite?
Or a character?
Or a
We
character.
get the option?
You
Oh,
get the option. Let's say
mm,
they're all in this world, or you can pull them out from the books.
dang, this is hard.
That is hard. That is so hard. I love Aylin. She's a strong character. I would love to sit down and have a drink with her. I also, I think I would have to go back old school. J.R. Tolkien is a wonderful author, and I would love to have drinks and just pick the brain because the writing coming out of that is crazy. But I would want somebody that would make me laugh a whole lot. Oh my God, why am I brain farting so bad? The character in Quicksilver who's like, go ahead, bite me. Oh my God. Brain, brain, brain. I know y'all know this too.
And what?
In
What'd you say?
Quicksilver. And he's like, go ahead, bite me. See what happens.
Oh, he's amazing. He's like the Riddick of Quicksilver. Hold on. Um,
Why can't I think of his
they
name?
slept together the one time. Hold on.
Yes.
So funny. Quicksilver.
Oh, the redhead guy. Is
Yes.
it the
He's
redhead
like the
guy?
comic relief character. Like, and he's amazing. What the heck? Why is
What's his
okay? Look,
name?
I have to Google it because it's making me crazy. Carrie and Swift. That's
Yes,
it.
Yeah,
Carrion.
yeah.
Carrion Swift would definitely have to be there because I would need some humor. If I'm not laughing, I'm probably not having a good time. So Carrion Swift would have to be there. She would probably make me laugh.
I'm
What about
gonna
you?
say probably Elise from Ruthless Boys because I love her.
She's
And
vain.
then
She's not vain. She's yes. It's
she's
good.
amazing. And then Diana from Gods and Monsters because just respect the sarcasm so much. And then maybe if I could have both the Twisted Sisters, Caroline Peckham and Susan and Valenti, like we just have like us a girls' night because like I think that would be amazing, and I think they would appreciate Diana.
Oh, I think they
So,
would.
no.
That's a wonderful choices. I will have Diana in there too. And I think Quinn from Crystal City.
Oh,
Oh,
yep.
that's
Quinlan.
good.
Yeah.
I love Quinlan.
Quinn was
Yeah.
great.
And probably Nesta. Having
Oh
her
Yeah.
yeah.
there. She'll
Oh, that's
like
a good
That
mix.
is a whole
I
mood.
can
And you know
imagine
what?
like Nessa and Diana at a table together. Oh,
I can tell you, our sister Misty is like Nesta in living, breathing world.
yeah,
really.
So we'll invite y'all to dinner together. Through and through. That is Nesta.
yeah.
Well,
And then
that'd
you'll
be
feel like you're with her.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
think we should have all y'all three in one episode to be talking about all these books because I bet it's gonna be so much fun. If it was fun right now, because I had so much fun talking to y'all right now, I'm
Me
sure it's gonna be
too.
Yeah,
fun talking to all of y'all three and talking about
absolutely.
books and stuff. That'd be awesome.
Yes.
So before we end this episode, tell us where can they find you? Where can people, bookish people, fantasy lovers find you?
Use
On
the
social
social
media.
media, girl.
Yes. So social media right now, because we do travel mainly. So we're on TikTok. We have Tipples and Tomb Beverages on TikTok. And then we have a Facebook, Tipples and Tombs Gourmet Beverage Company. We do not have an Instagram, and I have been told so many times over the last month that I am missing out on so much and I need to make an Instagram. I just don't know how to use it. So we'll figure that out and we'll make an Instagram soon. We'll link that up to Facebook so that people can go there as well. But and then, like she said, we are hoping. So we are down in the Southern Brazoria County area in Angleton to Alvin, kind of the bloom around that area. As far as markets go, if you want to see what market we're at, we usually try and post it on social media. But we are going to find somewhere, hopefully, either in like the Lake Jackson area or the Alvin area where we can park our trailer full time so that somebody has somewhere to go not on the weekends where they want to go and just get their favorite drink. You know, everybody loves to stop and get their favorite drink on their way to work, or everybody want on their way home. They need something to take home while they're reading their book. And that is our goal, is that somewhere they can stop by and grab a sweet treat and a drink and go home and read.
Oh,
Wonderful.
and she forgot to mention our TikTok because we have fun videos on there. Some
I
of them
did
are
say
pretty
TikTok.
humorous. Oh, you
Tip,
did? Okay,
yeah,
good.
Tipples and
Awesome.
Tubes on TikTok.
But yeah, we always at these markets, right? We don't sell alcohol. We don't have a brick and mortar, so we can't. But they always ask us. They're like, "Oh, what would you recommend for this alcohol or this?" And we're like, "Oh, okay." It's that kind of day. So yeah, we can definitely swing by and get that.
Tiffany and Katrina, thank you so much for joining me today and sharing not only your business, but also the imagination, the passion behind, and bookish recommendation. I always love hearing about how fantasy inspired people create something wonderful like Tipples and Tomes. So to everybody that's listening, be sure to check out Tipples and Tones and show Tiffany and Katrina some love. And if you're able to visit in person in one of those events, I highly recommend stepping into their magical little kernel of fantasy. So you can meet Tiffany and Katrina at Ink and Realms as well. They'll be bringing that experience to life. And if you enjoyed today's conversation, don't forget to follow In Between Realms where you listen to podcasts. Subscribe on YouTube and share this episode with another fantasy lover. Until next time, keep turning pages, keep chasing magic, and I'll meet you in between the realms. Thanks for joining me in Between Realms. If you enjoyed today's episode, subscribe so you don't miss the next one. You'll find any books, resources, and links mentioned today below. Until next time, keep reading, keep exploring, and I'll see you in Between the Realms.